All right, hello everybody. This is Andre from Juwan Fitness once again. So I hope that you're having a wonderful Tuesday. You're staying on track with your fitness, fat loss, and your nutrition goals. Now, it's starting to get dark outside, so I'm going to start doing my videos a bit earlier than I used to because, with daylight savings and all that stuff. So it's about 3:40 right now, and the sun is going to be setting pretty soon. Now, the topic of this video here is why training 5 times a week is not optimal and the best thing to do, because I was doing this when I first started working out. I was going to the gym at least 5 times a week, just doing a whole bunch of workouts. And initially, while I did see results, at first my progress hit a sticking point. I just wasn't seeing the strength and muscle gains that I was before. And on top of that, what was ended up happening was I was leaving my body more prone to injury and burnout, because the only way that you're going to be able to work out that often is you're going to have to sacrifice something. So if you're a natural, you're going to have to actually decrease the weight and do more sets, and also decrease your rest time as you're doing a lot of weights in order to maintain that. And you will be in a situation where, like, let's say if you take off from the gym 1 or 2 days, your muscles are not going to look as big and pumped as they did before. And that was my problem, was when I was actually in the gym like that, was like if I took an off day or I just didn't feel like going, then my muscles, they would just be flat and stuff. Whereas if you work out less often but you're still utilizing heavy strength and resistance training by working out 3 times a week, and you can also get away with doing 2 times a week in some cases, is that you're going to be able to maintain that muscle mass because you're doing a low amount of volume with a relatively high and heavy amount of weight. And on top of that, it's just more sustainable and more durable, because eventually you're going to get to the point of just not wanting to go to the gym that often. Your body's going to be hurting, your body parts, you're just going to be tired for the most part. And yes, this was even true for me when I was taking pre-workout, while I was amped up in the gym. I just felt my lifts going down over time, and it was just more difficult to get into the groove. And I realized I had to do something different, because this 5 times a week stuff is not cutting it for me. So I gradually took it down to 4 times a week, and that still worked, and it's still not optimal in my opinion, because whereas it's not as bad and you'll be able to recover slightly faster if you're in the gym 4 times a week, but still, even then I wasn't able to reach my maximum bench press as well as the highest amount of weight I wanted to lift for my targets. So then I went down to 3 times a week. And at first, when I was reading about it and watching videos, I thought 3 times a week, man, like that's nothing. Like that's not enough time to be in a gym to see results. But the kicker was, if you're going to lift that infrequently every other day, you're going to have to use a lot of weight in most cases to get the most results for your body parts. And you're going to have to make sure that you're taking long rest periods to give your body time to recover in between those sets, and make sure that your nutrition is on point and you're getting enough sleep, at least 7 to 8 hours per night, preferably 9. And what I realized was I just felt more energetic just going to the gym when I was working out less often. I had more time to do important things in my life. So, hang out with friends, work on my business, be with the family and everything, go on a drive if I want to, because if you're working out 5, 6, 7 times a week, you're going to have to sacrifice that time, going to the gym, and then you're just working out, and then there might be people there, and you have to wait for equipment, and there may be other things that you want to do, but you can't, because I have to go to the gym today. I don't want to, but I promised, or I made a commitment that I would, and what's going to eventually happen is you're just going to stop going to the gym because you just dread it so much, and you want to focus on something that's enjoyable for you. So working out less often is just going to you're going to have that mental clarity in your mind, where it's going to be like, oh, I can, just work out 3 times a week, see results, as well, enjoy my life to the fullest while sacrificing everything. And if you're currently working out that often now, like, think about, like, how do you feel? Like, how's your recovery? Are you actually improving in your lifts and workouts? And yes, it is even true if you're exercising at home 5 days a week. And while it's less strenuous in most cases, unless you have a home gym with the weights, whistles, and bells, for example, yes, even if you are a bodyweight trainer using resistance bands 5 times a week, is still not optimal, because you're still putting strain on your body, and you just want to make sure that you're giving it enough time to recover, because muscle catabolism, aka when you're losing muscle, is if you're training like that. Like, the only type of people that working out 5 to 7 times a week is going to help in the long run for years is if you're taking gear or steroids, because people that are taking anabolics as well as drugs, they're able to recover a lot more quickly in between the workouts and exercises with and doing all that volume. We're like, wait, where's us announcers? We can't do that stuff. So that's all I want to talk about with that. If you have any more questions, then feel free to let me know. We can have a discussion about it. And let me know if you want to need to do any more topics on a series like this about what is the ideal amount of days that you should live, because I talk about 3 days a week a lot. Now, some of you may be like, okay, 3 days is too much. Like, I'm really busy on my business. I'm trying to grind and make sure that I'm becoming the best version of myself. I have a lot of projects, meetings, as well as connections that I'm trying to get into. I'm trying to read everything, learn all this stuff, and maybe 2 times a week will work out best for you. But I want to say is that that's still good, but you're not going to see the results quite as quickly as if you're doing it 3 times a week. So that's all I have for you. Share this video with your family, friends, everybody that you care about, because the more people that see my stuff, the more people I can help spread my content to, build an audience as well as a community, and to support as many people as I possibly can. And that's all I have for you. And if you have any more questions, you can email me at jawane@yahoo.com, and once I see it, I'll get to you as quickly as I possibly can and give you my thoughts on whatever question issue that you have. And have a good day, and I'll see you later. Peace out.